so much for joining us on CNBC TV 18 as
Thank
well
you for
as
having
on
me.
Overdrive. Congratulations on the launch, first of all.
Thank you.
But my first question to you is, with new tech-packed products coming into the market, how is Classic Legends planning to keep up with price-conscious buyers and value-conscious, of course?
That's the trick of the trade. That's the magic which we are doing. So I told you two things. One, we are here to add performance to classic. So our lens is classic, right? We will make a classic adventure. We will not make the super modern but you cannot, so tech you can divide into 2-3 parts. One is core tech, right? Engine, the engine parts, the mechanicals. Then it's called required tech, right? ABS, switchable traction control. This I think we have to give. And then there is, I call it gizmos, right? I don't think so we are in that. So if you want a lot of flashy lights, a lot of things, for highway riding, do we do a Bluetooth connectivity? Yes, we will. But will we go overboard on those things? We will not, right? So we keep the heart and soul of a classic. At the same time, we put tech where it's absolutely essential. Riding, handling, braking, traction, right? This is where we are putting our tech. So we are contemporizing the classic. And with the classic lens, we are adding performance to classic. That's who we are. And the pricing is disruption. To give this kind of a product at this kind of a price, I think your customers, there'll be a lot of smiles, a lot of faces today.
But what particular feedback has been incorporated from your customers in this particular iteration?
So as I told you, one of this, the purpose of this adventure bike is to go off-road and on-road. Now, on-road means also long distances. Now, long distances, Indian highways, while they are highways, but they're also city crossings, right? Every highway you'll do a city crossing. And then you can't just get born on a highway. You'll go from your city. So what it needed was, for the highways, a safety feature called traction control, which is what we have added. The second thing which we added is this adjustable visor. Visor is required in this kind of a category, but different people have different heights. This category people stand and ride in a dirt track. So this is adjustable, patentable, adjustable visor which we have put. Of course, we have mapped the engine in such a way. It's a square engine, very fine-tuned, a sweet spot, which has got very nicely integrated with the rest of the parts. And yes, just because the form is like that, nobody compromises on drop-dead gorgeous looks. I am so proud that all of our bikes, at every signal, there is a conversation and a photograph. That makes us proud. So you get the form, you get the tech, and you get the beauty. That's a beauty trinity which we are talking about.
And yet, one would have to say that in terms of certain features and design, it's lagged compared to its rival. So how does this new model, address those gaps?
So first of all, unequivocally, we are not lagging. In fact, we are way ahead in terms of features. The traction control which I spoke about is available in a very few high category bikes, right? Adjustable steering is not. So no lag at all. In fact, price, tech, performance and looks. I would be surprised if somebody questions us. I mean, you can take a pot shot at us for many other things, definitely for not these ones. So no, we are not lagging.
So who would you say is the target audience for this particular model?
So within the classic, there is a, so motorcycles always are like that, right? Everybody has pity in their heart, lay in their heart. They may do it once or twice a year, rest of the time it will be Thane and Marol and 100 feet road and Gurgaon. But a bike that can handle both, which means highways, mountains, it's a dream bike. So target for anybody who wants to get on there, throw their leg on a bike and go on a long distance. At the same time, don't want a special bike for that, can ride in the city also, so yeah.
So you are saying that it's got this go anywhere attitude, right?
Absolutely.
But with that pitch in mind, what about your dealership and the service network and stuff like that? How is that being worked on?
So first of all, the funny part about dealership networks is there is depth and width. So if anybody goes anywhere on a Yezdi motorcycle, you'll find our dealers, right? Now, whether we have 4 in a city or 1 in a city, that should be irrelevant, right? So a guy sitting in Bihar should not worry about whether we have a dealer in Damanhuru, right? So the routes we are talking, the distances we are talking, the markets we are talking, they are fully covered. So we have our dealer network, which is almost 300 now, and it's going to go to 500 before the festival season. Now that covers the length and the breadth of the country.
But you think that would be enough to compete with, say, Bajaj or Hero?
No, we are not in that market.
Not in that market. So you're not thinking of...
Absolutely not in that market. Let me be, we are classics. Every launch is classic. Within that, we are adding performance. And we are a very special segment of the market. Today, the whole classic segment market or performance market is 3 to 5%. Classic is 3. And within that market, we'll play. Volume might be 3 to 5. Value might be 10 to 12. Profit might be 20 to 30. Value might be 40 to 50, right? So it's a very precious segment. You have to decide which part of the segment you want to play in. We are unequivocally clear that for us, this is the segment. We are a classic bike maker, a mid-sized classic bike maker for India and rest of the world. And we have 3 brands, and we'll play with these 3 brands. Today, we have launched one of the flagship brand under Yezdi called Adventure.
Yeah.
We won the Bike of the Year last year. So we are not lacking on feature. We are the Bike of the Year. And to my mind, this is way, way ahead of that in terms of looks, in terms of added features.
And also, what are your expansion plans, globally? What are the places that you're planning to expand to and how many?
So we have already spoken, we already had a mission out clear that is to be an Indian global company. So as we speak, we are expanding into Europe, we are expanding into US. We just started speaking to Mexico, Brazil and Argentina. We opened up in New Zealand, Australia, Japan. We have opened up parts of Europe. So yeah, by the end of the year, 22, 23 large countries and about 20, 25 small countries will be there.
And finally, what is your long-term vision for the Yezdi adventure motorcycle, the brand in the, in the adventure motorcycle space? What is your long-term vision for it?
To my mind, adventure category will grow.
Yeah.
This is an anywhere bike, right? Both highways and and dirt tracks, right? Within that, Yezdi itself lends itself to it. Yezdi is that naughty, that young, that cheeky brand that when people had it, they used to rip it apart, put knobby tires and go everywhere. Now the soul of Yezdi will never die. It's still there, it's living. And to my mind, this bike is an ode to that. Right? So to my mind, if you ask me, adventure will grow. It has grown globally. It will grow in India. And within that, what we are offering, that mid-market, this price point which we are talking about, I think this is the right price point, the right delivery in terms of power performance. So this should be the fastest growing segment within the adventure market.
But we'll see new products as well coming
Absolutely. You will see new products.
As of now, this is...
So right now we're going to do 3 Yezdi products, Adventure, a Scrambler and a Roadster. We'll do 1 Jawa and we'll do 1 BSA. So we have 5 products this year. And that'll keep on improving. There is a larger adventure for next year, which you will see. So we have to keep on growing with that.
All right. Good luck. Thank you so much for talking to us. Thanks.
Take care of yourself.